We're gonna turn this burner on and get a little heat going. Put a little oil in there. Okay, now I didn't think these peppers were that hot, but Nikki was cutting them up and she told me they were plenty hot.
I couldn't breathe. If you breathe, you gotta stay back.
So we looked in the Asian market under Thai chilies, and this was what we had. And there's green chilies, and there's so many variations of Thai chilies, but these are pretty warm. So you talk about the seeds, and people say, oh, the seeds are hot. Well, the seeds can be hot, but only because they pick up that capsaicin, which makes them really hot.
I'm getting rid of them.
That's the heat, the capsaicin, which is along the ribs of that. So you're assuring me that these are hot peppers?
Oh yeah, come put your nose down here and take a big sniff. I'm staying back.
Now we're gonna cut these up in tiny little pieces. You don't wanna get a big piece of this. Now for color and taste, these are not hot peppers, these are sweet peppers. And that adds to me a little sweet taste and a little color, and it's just a beautiful dish. Let's put the hot peppers and the garlic in. We're gonna pop that in. All right, now we're doing this in real time. This is not a dish that takes a very long time to make. And it's so good, so delicious.
It smells good.
Oh, doesn't it though? Now the next thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna cut some thin rings on a yellow sweet onion. All right, and I'm gonna take some rice noodles. For this particular dish, you want a little wider noodle. We're gonna toss our onions in there. And that's probably what, a half of a,
yeah, a half an onion.
Small onion. Oh, I wish you could smell this kitchen. You would think that the Scoville heat units, you would think that maybe the person who came up with that would be a chef. Wilbur Scoville was a pharmacist, and he came up with this over 100 years ago, 1912. And I guess he was using peppers in some of his creams, and he had to determine, you know, the rate of heat and how much each pepper had. And so come to find out, we have the Scoville heat units. So we're taking some chicken thighs, and you could use, if you wanted to, you could use breasts or whatever you like. And we're cutting them up into bite-sized pieces. But the star of the show, that Thai basil, is just beautiful, wonderful stuff. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit.
And some regular supermarkets carry it. Once in a while, you can get lucky.
But again, you can use regular basil, if that's the only thing you can find. Let's go ahead and put that chicken in here. Let's see where we're at.
Do it all.
Use it all?
Yeah, let's have it all of it. Don't waste it.
All right, now, when you talk about your base flavors in this dish, we're coming in with, I think, one of the most important ingredients, and that's fish sauce. 2 teaspoons of fish sauce. Now we're gonna put this in there, and when the skillet's a little hotter, and let that cook up with that chicken and onions and garlic. And now let me tell you about fish sauce. It's made out of fermented fish.
It doesn't smell real good.
So keep this in mind. And you know, Worcestershire sauce is fermented fish and tamarind. And that was an accident that they discovered years and years ago.
And you notice I didn't have it out for you. I kept it, I didn't put it out in the dish.
It's not something you want to leave open. But if you go to a lot of legit restaurants, some people have it on the table and use it as is. It really adds a deep base flavor, but you don't want to spill it on your hands or spill it on the counter because your kitchen will smell funny. So the umami thing that you experience is a deep, almost unexplainable taste that, you know, just usually it's a very savory thing with meats and so on and so forth. And can you say umami?
Umami. This smells amazing.
Oh.
Isn't that amazing? I'm trying to get every bit of it we can.
So if you can, if you're traveling to the big city and you can find you some Thai basil, the flavor profile is just, it adds so much to this. Yeah. Now what's coming next is the sauce. So now we're going to take 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. You can buy that at any store in the Asian section. You've got to have oyster sauce, just like you got to have fish sauce. I like just a little bit of molasses to just add on a deep, rich flavor. I'm going to use some brown sugar. I'm going to use a tablespoon of brown sugar.
I'll be your mixer.
And a little bit of rice wine vinegar.
Oh, that smells good too.
That is beautiful, wonderful stuff. Got our little cast iron wok going here. It's just sizzling along.
Smells amazing.
Oh,
you didn't even put the sauce in.
Remember Sammy when he went?
He always did that.
All right, let's dump noodles.
Noodles first?
Yep.
And I've drained them for you.
Sauce, green onions, and sweet peppers. You don't want to overdo those noodles. You just really don't. If you're going to fry those noodles like this in a sauce, soak them a little bit in warm water. You don't need to boil them, because if you boil them, if you overdo them, they'll fall apart. Now look how they're loosening up, soaking that
perfect.
up. Oh my!
I like your red peppers in there too. I like
just
the color.
so wish everyone could smell this. All right, so
Ready?
now let's wilt. Let's take our beautiful, wonderful basil.
Want to use it all? Makes it pretty.
Noodles are perfect now. And to finish,
Yummy.
those peanuts, cashews. Look at that beautiful, beautiful dish. And if you wanted to, Nikki, you could bite right into
Why don't
that.
you have a bite of those?
You could bite. You could eat 2 or 3 of them.
Good idea.
That's almost too pretty to eat.
That's a little hotter than you made it earlier. It's good, Beth.
The flavors that are here. If you don't like hot stuff at all, it doesn't have to be hot. You can put a sweet pepper in there, no peppers at all. But when you have those heavenly Thai peppers in there, those green chili peppers.
It's hot, but it's like you want to eat more. There's something about it. It's like you got to have more of
It's
it.
not the kind of heat that makes you shut down.
No.
You feel maybe feel a little bit of sweat here, but look at that beautiful
Delicious.
plate, that wonderful food. I think we should probably turn the cameras off and eat this
I do.
because I don't want you to starve to death.
And I need a glass of water to go with this.
Okay, let's
Perfect.
eat this and we'll be back in a minute with a fun dessert.